Well, here I am at last. I never thought I'd make it. I hoped the hike was worth it, and those soldiers know something about Gina.
Freeze! Hands behind your head!
But I
said hands up, mister!
Okay. All right, man, keep it cool.
Listen, pal, it's nothing personal, but you can never be too careful.
This is not necessary. I'm unarmed. I just wanted to ask if you guys saw a girl fall into the lake this morning.
How would I know? All girl stuff is part of the Colonel's privileges. Yo, get over here!
Could I speak with the Colonel then?
I don't know why I should help you, dude, but you caught me in a good mood. Wait here, and I'll go ask him. Don't take your eyes off him, Felton. Leslie, a civilian wants to talk to the Colonel. All right, Felton, accompany the civilian into the Colonel's tent.
As you order. Leslie, this is the guy who wants to have a word with the Colonel.
One moment, my Colonel. Thank you, Felton. You, come here, please. Mr. Uh-huh. I've taken note, my Colonel. Your name?
Brian Basco.
Well, Mr. Basco, wait here. Mr. What's his face wishes to speak with you, my Colonel.
Who? Tell him I'm asleep, flower pot.
But he can hear you speaking right now, my Colonel.
I must be speaking in my sleep, flower pot.
No, Daddy, you're more of the snoring type.
Flower pot, that memory of yours is worse than a senile old general's. Get it through that thick skull of yours that there are no mommies or daddies in the army. Get over here a minute. I need to explain something. You pull those shirt tails right out of your pants. You look like a mama's boy. Look here, Lester. Why do you think I call you Flower Pot? To belittle you? No. It's such an outlandish surname that nobody will suspect it's fake. If the troops knew I sired a dim-witted boob like you, they'd lose their confidence in me, and I'd be shafted. You get it, son?
Looks like Leslie writes down all the orders he gets from his dad in here. What surprises me most, though, is that his writing resembles mine so much. Why the heck not? My writing is so similar to Leslie's that I could get him to believe he wrote it himself, following his father's orders. If I do it carefully, nobody will see me. What should I put? Sure. Great idea.
I'm sorry, Dad. I mean, my Colonel. Oh, by the way, the satellite has located that shipment of cigars you were being sent from Cuba, my Colonel.
It's about time, Flower Pot. Coordinates?
I didn't memorize them, my Colonel, but I'll ask for them again right away.
God damn it, Flower Pot. Aren't you using that planner I gave you for Christmas? Do it now, and send a couple of men to the area. I want those cigars brought to me, as of yesterday. Out of my sight, Flower Pot.
You can come in, Mr. whatever you're called.
Thanks.
Well then?
Good morning. My name is...
Is that what you came to tell me, civilian? Or did you have something interesting to say?
Well, I'd like to ask you about...
Negative. I'm the one asking questions here.
Yeah, but I was just wondering whether...
What do you think this is? A Q&A in the Pentagon press room? I'm warning you. Nobody interrogates me.
It's really just a quick...
Look here, civvy boy. Are you dumb or am I explaining this all wrong? If you ask me one more question, you're gonna spend the next 15 days in my refrigerator. Got that?
In the refrigerator? Well, if you give me a baseball to toss around...
Okay then. Now, answer this. What in Sam Hill are you doing on my island?
Actually, I didn't even want to come here. It was this girlfriend of mine.
Well, well. It turns out the smart Alex civilian is just a boy in love. Son, If you were a soldier, no woman would be playing around with you. Why don't you enlist?
I can't picture myself in a uniform. Green doesn't go with my skin tone, and helmets give me a headache.
So this is what goddamn civil society has made us sink to? You keep in mind, boy, that I only tolerate 3 kinds of civilians. Women, kids, and the crippled. The rest of y'all should be under military command, killing for your homeland and dying in combat. But those dang politicians and scientists back in D.C. are all fooled with their welfare state, human rights, and atomic weaponry systems. They're trying to do away with the real army and values that make men men.
It sounds truly exciting, but I don't want to have to kill anyone.
So you're that kind of folks. You say that because you never tried. But once you acquire a taste for it, you'd kill to try again.
Enlist? Me? Do I look like a fool?
What kind of sissy are you, boy? When the winds of change blow through, and they will, you're gonna have to fight. Then I'd like to see what you use your pretty face for. I told you, I won't tolerate the 3rd degree. So answer me or suffer the consequences.
I don't know. I've never held a weapon.
Hey, where'd you go to grammar school, boy? Didn't you get an education?
Man, that's not what I meant. I must have wigged out.
Oh, yeah? What do you mean, then?
I had no idea this island belonged to you. It must have cost you a small fortune.
I say it's mine because I'm in charge here. Didn't anyone tell you martial law has been imposed on Mala Island?
Why are we under martial law?
Because that way I'm not obliged to answer questions from imbecile civilians like yourself. And even less so when they're about unauthorized topics.
No way. I didn't know we were at war.
Well, we aren't, unfortunately. You know how much I miss the old days back in Nam.
You must be the only person alive who misses a lost war.
I should have kicked the bucket in that war, you know. They riddled me with bullets, so I knelt down and raised my arms for a more photogenic demise. And then some bird brain came along, threw me on his back, and saved me. So here I am, on a 2-bit island with no way to die heroically.
There have been others since Vietnam. You must have been in some later conflict.
All of them. Even a few you ain't never heard of. Like that time the Reds put fluoride in the water supply to poison our minds. But none was as fun as Nam.
Quit complaining. You're on a paradise island now.
Don't overestimate the fun here. There ain't no enemy battalions at the beach, shrapnel with breakfast, or flocks of vultures hovering over the trenches. Now that would be paradise.
I see you're a man of action.
Like any man with a sense of self-worth, civilian, like the men of yesteryear, those soldiers who killed at gunpoint. They didn't depend on them bureaucrats and their nuclear arms. But the old days are making a comeback. You'll see, soon.
Getting back to what I was saying, I can tell you're dying to explain why martial law has been declared.
The reason has to do with a big, fat military secret. I wouldn't divulge it to a civilian, even if I was authorized, and definitely not to the likes of you.
I couldn't care less about the martial law, but I'll tell you why I'm on Mala Island.
I knew I could get you to sing in the end. Come on, fess up.
A girlfriend of mine fell into the lake, and I think you guys rescued her.
Negative, civilian. My men monitor every centimeter of Mala Island, and they ain't seen none of that. You sure that happened on this patch of land?
Yeah, if you haven't seen her, it's because you're all half blind. Sorry.
Are you mocking me, civvy boy? Just remember, if I get a hold of your girl, I can give her a real hard time.
In fact, I think she's being held here against her will.
You don't say. There may be another possibility. She might be hiding from you.
Well, she didn't exactly fall. I threw her out in mid-flight.
Something was telling me you're not all bad, boy, and I was right. Turns out you're my kind of man. So, did you enjoy that experience?
It's not what you think. I pushed her out to save her.
No reason to apologize. You done nothing wrong.
I bet you would have killed her. You look like a despicable slayer of helpless women.
Come on, boy. There's no reason to start kissing up to me at this point. And I don't know what you mean by helpless. You look the other way and they start weaving a web, like a tarantula. Ha! That was pretty funny, like red tarantulas.
I felt awful as I watched my girlfriend fall through the sky.
Don't worry about that. You'll get over it. The first time always hurts. Then you get used to it. You even start to yearn for it. I'd do it all day long if I could.
Did I say I pushed her? I keep saying the silliest things lately.
You've got me more turned round than a dog chasing his tail. Let's see. Now, what did you mean?
I mean, that's not what I meant. It's that I'm not obliged to answer that question. I'll only respond in the presence of my attorney.
So that's your game, huh? Well, move your butt out of my tent, boy, and keep it still until the evacuation takes place.
If only you could offer me a nice plush mattress to park it on with my girl.
Don't you get smart with me, boy. In a few hours, you and all the other civilians left on Mala will be shipped out. The boat's on its way. It's a matter of hours. Flower pot?
Colonel, sir!
Escort the civilian to the door. And if he makes any funny moves, kill him. That guy rubs me the wrong way. I don't want him turning into a relentless pest. Tarantula.
I don't know why, but I get a sneaky feeling that the colonel is hiding something. What's more, when I came out, I saw a girl being escorted by a soldier toward Kortzmeyer's tent. For a moment there, I thought it was Gina, and I almost bumped into her. She was blonde and wearing a very tight red leather outfit, but what in the world could that insane colonel be up to? It's clearer and clearer to me that Gina's being held somewhere inside the camp, but they're watching every step I take, so it's impossible to get a good look around. I'll have to find some other way to get in, no matter how hard I have to try. But it won't do me any good to rescue Gina if we have no way out afterward. With all travel by sea and air cut off, those military types would find us in no time. It's obvious. I'll have to cook up a plan to sneak into the camp and find a way to escape from the island. However, with the little help I have, that's gonna be one tall order. My only support is a plastered primate, who I'm gradually becoming fond of, I must say. Now that he woke up, his little eyes look so sad. They remind me of a little basset hound puppy I once had in New York. I'll name the little lemur after him. Little Demon. Looks like it leads to a crossroad. I'll go see what I find. I can't take one more step. I feel like someone poured a pot of boiling soup into my shoes and I'm cooking noodles between my toes. But it was worth it. Finally, some contact with civilization. There's another soldier with a car. I hope this one doesn't give me any flack. Let's see what the area has to offer. Eureka! A bar! With a waitress and everything. Today's your lucky day. Let's go chatter up. Hi there.
Brian? Brian!
Aloha! Welcome to Luana Beach. Where did you come from?
Well, if you mean my place of birth, I come from New York. I got to Mala Island just this morning and...
You don't fool me. I haven't seen any boats or planes arrive in the last 3 days.
The thing is, I landed on the other side of the island, in a biplane that looks worse than a World War II relic.
Did you fly in with Otto?
No way! You guys know each other?
Yeah, we're old pals, and I adore his cool plane. I met my ex-boyfriend Charlie in it. Where is old Otto, by the way?
I think he went to Kauai. Yeah, he left full speed ahead to deliver a shipment of Capote dogs.
Oh, I love those little puppies, and they have such a cute name. Mine is Lokelani, stranger, which means heavenly rose.
Nice to meet you, Lokelani. I'm Brian.
Oh, crap. You have the same name as my moron of an ex-boyfriend.
I thought his name was Charlie.
No, that was a different boyfriend. Brian was this loser I'd prefer to forget about. So I'll just have to pick a different name for you. Do you like Kaimi? It means he who searches in Hawaiian.
I like the way it sounds. And if you knew me better, you'd realize it suits me to a T.
Oh yeah, and that fluffy love ball of a cockatoo is Aolani, my best friend, and the only male I can trust.
Charmed, Aolani. Lokelani, I wanted to ask you for something.
Oh, sorry. I must be the worst waitress in the Pacific. What can I do for you, Kaimi?
No, I didn't mean that. I just wanted to chat with you.
I don't know whether to believe you. Whenever my ex said some girl had just chatted with him, I knew to expect the worst.
Brian did that?
Oh no, that was Mikhail, a 7-foot-tall Russian. So, surprise me. What should we chat about?
I haven't seen many people around here.
Yeah, the island's population has been reduced to just a few friends of mine. And this guy dressed like a monk who arrived last night. Plus me and the military guys, as you've observed.
Tell me about that guy who looks like a monk.
He must have gotten here last night after I closed up. He hasn't budged all morning and didn't even notice when I went to say hi. Maybe he's deaf, like my ex.
Mikhail?
No, Renee. He was a better man than most. He was deaf as a doorknob, but he could listen so much better than the average male.
Why didn't they evacuate you and your friends?
They let me stay a few days longer. Colonel's orders. I don't know why, though. And my 2 friends stayed because Knife took Kai for a ride in his motorboat, so the military guys didn't find them till they got back.
Talk to me about your friend Kai.
The poor thing lost his leg to a shark, but he's still the best surfer Mala Island has ever seen, and he comes from a long line of amazing witch doctors. His grandfather, the last kahuna in the family saga, even had his own TV show.
Tell me about Knife.
He goes for the heart-stopping excitement, but he's fickle. Every once in a while, he gets obsessed with a new hobby. Right now, it's surfing, and that's all he thinks about. Lately, the waves around here have been smaller than in a kiddie pool, so he spends the day island hopping in his speedboat in search of killer waves. Oh, and then there's Koala, his son, but you'd better just meet him for yourself.
Where can I find your friends?
They live together at Alawala Cove. If you want to meet them, just follow the highway toward the northeast, and you'll come across their hut. I recommend it as a day trip. It's a lovely spot. Some people think Tiki Temple ruins are prettier, but since they're in the militarized zone, visits are out of the question.
Do you get along with the military guys here on the island?
That first night, they all came here to get sloshed. But then I think the colonel forbid them to return. Now he comes alone.
When did they get here?
About 3 days ago. They evacuated everyone, declared a state of emergency, and set up camp at the Tiki Temple ruins. Rumor has it there was some deadly virus running rampant, but I think the soldiers are being paid off by real estate speculators. They'll end up developing the island into a huge golf course for bored old moneybags, like my ex.
Are you talking about Charlie?
No, I meant Renako, an African millionaire who had petroleum coming out of his diamond-studded ears.
Do you know the man in charge of the troops?
The colonel? Yeah, he looks a lot like my ex, but with half the looks and twice the wrinkles. And he doesn't have that hot criminal look, of course.
Your ex-boyfriend, Brian?
No, Milo, a kid from Central Europe or somewhere around there.
I didn't know you liked older men.
It's not that I have anything for them. The only difference is on the surface, really. Inside, all men are equally childish, no matter what their age. But don't worry, most of us women like children.
After talking with him, it sounds like you got him sailing the Love Boat.
Love boat? Well, he can batten down the hatches and lower his mast, because there's no way I'm riding his love vessel. Plus, I can't stand tobacco smoke, and last night he came here smoking this big fat stogie. It gave off a hideous stench.
I don't like talking about that guy.
Don't look at me. You're the one who brought him up.
Military men bore me. I'm changing the subject.
Well, my ex-boyfriend was a military thug, and he really made me laugh.
Mikhail?
No, Tiru, a hilarious sergeant from India.
I suppose you didn't hear any of those soldiers mention a girlfriend of mine who fell into the lake.
Well, a girl. And here I was thinking you didn't have a girlfriend.
No, she isn't my girlfriend.
You sure? Look straight into my eyes and tell me she's not your girlfriend. Into my eyes, Kaimi. A little bit higher. Higher. There.
She is not my girlfriend.
Well, that's just too bad for her, isn't it? You're a bit of a liar, but an adorable one.
She's my cousin.
You lie worse than my ex.
Charlie?
No, Lopati, a gorgeous Polynesian hunk.
You're wrong. My friend is really a soccer ball, necessary on any worthwhile desert island.
Men, the only time they don't think about balls is when they're playing with them.
Hey, look! It's a cockatoo impaled on a stake.
Talk about getting off topic.
Let's talk about something else.
All right, if that's the best you can come up with.
It doesn't seem like you have much work.
Well, before the military got here, my boss didn't give me a moment of tropical island peace. Wait on the bar. Go down to the storeroom. Clean up the photo stand. Shoo those lemurs off the bucket bronco. Put on a skimpier outfit.
Sounds like you have a great boss. Huh.
If only you knew. Once I thought it might be nice to set out some trays of fresh coconut. And he said, I don't pay you to think. If I get so bold as to give a free drink to a customer, he threatens to fire me, because he's the biggest skinflint in the Pacific. And on top of that, when the soldiers came, he ran off like a sissy, but told me that if I closed up shop, he'd fire me.
What was it you said about a bunch of lemurs?
I know it sounds weird, but a few years ago, a Japanese boat full of giant lemurs sunk nearby. It was headed for New York. Anyway, the lemurs swam to shore and took over the beach. You can't imagine what lushes they were. If I turned my back for a second, they'd rip off all the booze. They were bombed day and night, destroying everything they got their little prehensile paws on, until we managed to run them into the jungle on the other side of the island.
Well, I suppose this bar isn't exactly the workplace of your dreams, is it?
Don't be so sure. I've had worse jobs. I even worked in Hollywood as a makeup artist. It sounds all glamorous at first, but when you have to turn 3,000 midgets into extraterrestrials, all the glitz and bling-bling starts to fade.
So, how did you manage to find work in Hollywood?
You know, the same way everyone gets a break in the movie world.
Maybe you should save it for another time. There may be minors reading this.
What a dirty little mind you have. I got my break thanks to my mom, who was a makeup artist. She would take me to film shoots before I learned to walk.
Oh, doing movie makeup must be a hard job.
Not really. Maybe it used to be. But ever since they came out with Grease Paint Pro, you can make your grandma look like a star, as the slogan says.
What is that Grease Paint Pro thing?
It's the computer software we movie makeup artists use. You can scan a picture of the character you want to create, another of the person you're making over, and in a few seconds it gives you a range of makeup options. Along with the list of the products you'll need, the features you should accentuate or cover up. To put it simply, it's a very expensive wonder program that only big production companies can afford.
But with Grease Paint Pro alone, it's not enough, is it? I bet it's useless without your talent.
They're all essential. The computer, the talent, the scanner, the printer, and of course, the makeup products. I don't mean to brag, but I have them all. The great thing about having a computer geek as a boyfriend is that he can set up a home machine for you that's better than the ones most professionals use.
I don't mean to butt into your business, but are you talking about Mikhail?
No, Koji-san, this guy from Tokyo.
What were we chatting about?
All you men are the same. You're so busy looking at our cleavage, you can't pay attention to what we're saying. So it makes no difference. We can talk about whatever you wish.
Did you work on any famous films?
I wouldn't know. I never go to the movies. I mainly worked in horror movies until I met this director. We started going out, and he hired me to do 3 movies all at the same time.
You don't say. I bet his name was Andy. Or maybe it was Larry.
You're a really bad guesser. Anyway, his name was Peter. He made films in Australia, or did something down under.
You don't look like a makeup artist. Or a waitress, for that matter.
I'm not sure if I want to know what you see me as.
I'm gonna take a stroll. See ya later on.
See you around.
It's full of sand, ash, cigarette butts, and that looks like a cigar holder. I bet I can find some use for that. If I remember right, that's the brand Kordsmeyer smokes.
Brian, here we go. Brian.
How long can he sit there baking in this heat? Hello, nice man. Hello? Yoo-hoo! Nothing. Either this guy's deaf or he's on a real trip. I hope he sees lots of planets on the way. Oh, look! He moves and everything. Did that mean yes? Hi, my name is Brian. Nice to meet you. I guess he can only nod to express the idea of yes. Man, how innovative. Do you know any other tricks? Wow, he can shake his head to say no, too. You didn't happen to see a girl fall out of the sky lately, did you? Maybe a monk isn't the person to ask about a woman, so I'll rephrase the question. Have you seen a man with no hair on his face fall out of the sky? Maybe you saw her fall and thought it was a miracle. I have a hunch you're not going to be much help, so I'll just drop the subject. I can't see your face very well, but I get the sinking feeling we've met before. You're a whiz at saying yes or no, but I don't know if you really understand me or if you just have a nervous tick. Did you stop nodding and shaking your head for some reason, or are you a member of a binary sect? Do you understand my language, or do you just say yes and no at random? Maybe you don't make any other gestures out of spite. You're not a big talker, so there's no reason to ask whether you can read or write. I think I've gotten a bit mixed up, so let's change the subject. We'll chat some other time, okay? Good luck, my friend. This guy may know something, but if he keeps talking that way, it'll be hard to discern the important part. Besides the fact that, luckily, he isn't deaf. It has a metal hook at the end. Okay, it could be handy. Huh, it looks like the other end of the cable is hooked onto something down there. My goodness, the collateral damage of tourism. If you ask me, rodeos and, of course, bucking broncos are about as Hawaiian as koalas, just to give an example. It's not exactly in tip-top shape, but I guess it might pass a safety inspection, if the inspector survived, that is. No, it's such a wreck something might happen to me. Plus, it probably doesn't even work. That's the weight of the machinery that makes the Bronco buck. Yeah, maybe I'll find something interesting. Or maybe something dangerous. What a mess! The only danger inside there is getting tetanus with all that rusty metal. Ooh, it's one of those stands where you can get a souvenir photo taken. I always thought they were a little cheesy, though. I just don't get the humor. I was probably influenced by that dumb photo my mom had hanging on the living room wall, though. Me when I was 6 with a stupid grin and Donald Duck's body. I admit I do like the idea of the Aboriginal photographer. That tacky thing is such a tourist trap. No, even though the wood is worn out, it's well anchored from behind. Plus, why would I want to knock it down? Nothing more than your everyday garbage container. I'm not exactly dying to open it, but let's see what's inside. I hope it smells better inside than outside. Bags of trash, old newspapers. Ooh, this could be totally usable. Almost a whole stick of butter. And no, nothing else in there looks recyclable, at least for now. I'm not very tempted by the idea of chit-chatting with more military types, but if I have no other choice... Huh. This guy's reading. I hope that good habit makes him act nicer than his cohorts. Hello there.
Marine Zachariah O'Connor, at your orders, sir.
What do you mean, at my orders?
Pardon my indiscretion, sir, but I know a superior officer when I see one. Even if he's disguised in plain clothes, sir.
Jeez, how funny. Why do you think that?
Because you wear flashy colors to draw attention to yourself, sir. And that is precisely what nobody would expect of a soldier going incognito, sir. If you allow me to make a remark, I believe that was a very intelligent idea, sir.
Well, if you say so. By the way, you could try not to yell when you're talking.
Impossible, sir. I'm hard of hearing, and if I don't speak up, I run the risk of not knowing what the devil I'm saying, sir.
Okay. Let's see. What do I say to him now? Soldier O'Connor.
Sir, yes, sir.
You didn't happen to see a girl dropping out of the sky today by any chance?
No, sir. I always wear my ball cap this way, so I'm usually blind as a bat, sir.
Why don't you wear a hat that lets you see?
It's a lumberjack custom to protect our eyes, sir. Keeps the sawdust out on the one hand, and on the other, it keeps the bird doo-doo away when you climb a tree, sir.
What in the good Lord's name can you do for your army if you're half deaf and blind as a bat?
My main task is as a lookout, sir. I used to work as a lumberjack before enlisting, and there's no one in this regiment who can climb a tree as fast as me, sir.
I'd like to see you climb a tree.
With pleasure, but I need rope to do that, and I don't have any here, sir.
So you climb trees to spy on people? When I see the colonel, I'll have you tried for treason.
You are hilarious, sir. A deaf spy, sir. High treason. Your lady friend must bust her gut with you, sir.
My lady friend?
I meant that girl disguised as a waitress, whose body I couldn't describe without making an indecent comment or two, sir. I'm sure that she's actually an MP with the mission to weed out soldiers who hit the booze too much, sir.
Take me to the camp.
Shoot, sir, I can't. People would be surprised to see a civilian snooping around. Someone would recognize you and it would mess up your plans, sir.
Well, whether I'm recognized or not is my problem.
I know you're testing me, and I'll end up with my butt in jail if I fall into your trap. So I'm forced to say, no, sir.
I was told that nobody would bug me if I came in with Soldier O'Connor.
No, sir. Only Professor Pignon is authorized to enter the camp with me, sir.
Who's Professor Pignon?
I've never seen him, sir. I only know that when he gets here, I'm supposed to drive him to the camp and remain at his orders as long as he's on the island, sir. Ah, and I was given a photo. Look.
Which one is he? The monobrow with the wart?
No, sir. The old one is Professor James Simon. Good guy. He retired a year ago, more or less.
So, Pignon is the young one.
Gee, sir. You are sharp tack. I never would have guessed that in my life.
Have you considered I could have you drawn and quartered for giving away confidential info?
You've got me between a rock and a hard place, sir. I'm damned if I lie, and I'm damned if I tell the truth. I'm just a foot soldier who can't compete with your devilish West Point logic, sir.
Do you know how he'll get here?
I guess you'll be tired, sir.
I meant, what mode of transportation will he arrive in?
I don't know, sir. But whether by plane, train, boat, or swimming, you can't deny he'll be tired. Especially if he comes swimming, sir.
Let's talk about something else.
As you order, sir.
Return to your position, soldier. And remember, I'm watching you.
At your orders, sir!
Yeah, I'll keep inspecting the island. I'll try to find that cove Lokilani told me about. Maybe her friends can help me out. Well, unless I'm lost, this must be them. And I'm willing to bet the guy with the surfboard is Knife. I'm gonna go check it out. Hey, you're Knife, right?
Sure am, mate. Have we met?
Actually, I haven't, but I've heard about you.
Gnarly, mate. My fame back at the University of California remains. I'm not surprised, though. After so many years trying to finish school, even the professors know me.
No, Lokilani's the one who mentioned you.
Lokilani's one hot babe, eh? She's like totally for my bones, mate. But don't tell Kai or he'll go aggro.
Okay. Hey, I haven't introduced myself. My name is...
I heard that, bro. You just told Brian that Lokilani thinks you're the kind. And no one's gonna swallow that, bro.
He is like totally full of himself sometimes. He thinks the fact that some shark chowed down on his paw is enough to impress a Betty like, wait, what did Lokilani say about me?
Not much. She just said you're crazy about surfing.
How could I not? I was born in Byron Bay.
Where?
Byron Bay, in Australia, mate. The place with the bitchinest airs on the planet, buddy boy. Thing is, when I was a kid, I didn't like surfing. I was all into underwater diving. California's where I got all hyped on surfing, but crikey, over there in Cali, it's majorly packed. You know you gotta reserve a wave at least 2 days in advance?
No, I didn't. Hard to believe.
I'm telling you, and don't think that means you get to ride it alone. Nah, they rent it out to so many mates at once you feel like you're surfing in a public toilet.
So, of course you decided to come here for the peace and quiet.
For Kai, too. When I was a freshman in Surfin' Sciences, I saw him do a demo in a video. And it was so gnarly that I dropped out of college to become his student. Kai rules, mate. People say he's a bum just because he spends 16 hours a day resting. But all the masters have to meditate.
I guess that video was recorded before he lost his leg, right?
Negative, mate. The most awesome thing is that his mastery's greater with that iron leg than most people with... Hey, you're not trying to get him to give you classes, are you?
Don't worry. Surfing's not my thing.
You're not into surfing? Whoa, what's up with that? I knew there were some freaks out there, but... So, what brings you to Muller, then?
Before, you said you studied surfing at the university.
Full on, mate. Since people spent all day on the beach and the classrooms were empty, the uni decided to dream up some more interesting majors and the students were majorly stoked. It was mythical, mate. I, for instance, signed up for 14 different majors. From skating sciences to applied Tai Chi, plus adventure sports theory and practicum and California punk aesthetics. I didn't go to class much, but it was cool to say your major was one of those rad subjects.
Lokilani told me you have a motorboat.
Lokilani's a sweet babe, ain't she? So what about the motorboat?
I think he used the motorboat to look for waves on the nearby islands.
No, that was before. The guys in green told me they'll whip out their guns and shoot me if I use it. They must hate surfing so much that one of them says he wants to fly over the beach in a helicopter while I'm surfing and use me for target practice. People are just totally wacko.
Could I borrow your motorboat?
My regrets, mate. If those army thugs catch you, they'll rough you up and leave me boatless. Then forget looking for waves, cars, classes, and everything surfing means. Plus, just this morning I tuned it up, and I don't want you screwing it up.
What does everything surfing means stand for, if I may ask?
Mate, surfing is a philosophy of life. On the one hand, it forces you to let yourself get carried away by the currents of nature. And on the other, it makes you control the situation so you won't wipe out. To achieve that, which is the essence of surfing, you just need two things: balance and foresight. 3 days, mate. 3 days without riding a wave.
Is surfing your only pastime?
No, mate. Normally, I work as a tourist guide. I take 'em down to get all stoked over the lake, the falls, the temple, and fishing, but right now, I'm on a required vacation. And not a single pathetic wave to ride.
Don't you take him to Lokilani's bar?
That Lokilani's a hot babe. Fair dinkum, eh? Of course, I take 'em there, and she pays me a commission for every drink they slip down. Mate, I make more off of that than my salary.
And Kai is that good of a teacher?
He's one righteous mate. In the beginning, I'm majorly stressed, but he made me walk around the whole island and substitute for him as a tourist guide. Then I wigged out even more because he made me wax boards for 2 weeks. Wax on, wax off. And on top of it, he just laid there without moving a finger. I almost returned to California. Or Australia, that is. But then he started to teach me for real, and you gotta admit, the mate's better than the whole surfing university faculty put together. Plus, I realized he's no bum. He's just meditating.
Let's talk about your motorboat again.
Isn't that like totally rad?
What were we talking about before?
I don't know, about surfing maybe?
What's the meaning of those movements you were making before?
Tai Chi, mate. Since I can't surf, I have to do something to keep in shape.
It seems weird to me that you have a son.
Koala? He is even weirder. I'm not sure whether he'll turn out to be a criminal or an artist.
You look too young to have a son.
I'm telling you, mate, it just happened once, kind of by chance. I met this hot, amazing, mythical babe who digs adventure sports and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. We were kindred souls, but hers was in a bikini. The thing is, when Koala was born, she got the chance to climb Mount Everest on a tightrope. So of course she bailed. Then she did this round-the-world hydro bike tour, then some other expedition, then another. So, I guess she'll come back someday, but I try not to let it get to me. There's too much stuff to keep me busy, and freaking out is for nerds.
Did you say your kid's name is Koala?
No, mate. Actually, his name is... It's... Mike. Well, eventually I'll remember. I call him Koala because of this cartoon movie he's watched like 10 bazillion times. One of the characters is this blue alien, but the kid kept yapping, "Look at the koala!" Since he saw one when he went to visit his grandparents that summer. It was koala this and koala that. So now, he's stuck with Koala.
Why do you think he'll be a criminal when he grows up?
'Cause he's killing me, mate. Me and everyone else, 'cause he can't sit still for a second. He doesn't actually speak, but his actions speak loud enough. This morning, while we were having breakfast at Lokilani's, he started raging on this military mate who almost whacked him to the other side of the island. And he's one fast little bugger too. If you turn the other way for a second, he'll totally whip your butt. By the way, that Lokilani's a hot babe, eh?
What makes you think he'll be an artist?
Didn't you see the sand turtle the little tyke built? I'm like totally amazed at the way he works with his hands. He made it in like 2 seconds, mate, right before going out for breakfast. But ever since he got his hands on that console, he's locked himself in the house and it's goodbye, turtle.
Let's leave your son be.
Yeah, mate, if he gets bored with that game Power Station or whatever it's called, you're gonna freak.
I'll just leave you alone here, Knife.
Later, mate. Hey, do me a favor. Don't go into my hut, 'cause my kid's in there flipping out with a console I picked up while we were having breakfast at Lokilani's. And now that he's quiet for once, we better just leave him alone, in case he decides to come out and ruin this peaceful moment.
Something happened before, and I just don't get it. While I was talking with Knife, Kai called me by my name, but I'd swear I never mentioned it. I'll go ask him about it. Excuse me for bothering you, Kai.
Aloha, Brian.
But how do you know my name?
You mean you never mentioned it?
Not as I remember.
Well, I must have heard it around town, brah.
That's funny, because I just got to this island.
Welcome, then. Do you plan on sticking around, brah?
No way. I'm just passing through. Or more like I just dropped in by chance.
No. Stay as long as you want, brah. I like it when you Malihini come to live here. As long as you don't make noise and you let me meditate in peace. There's fewer and fewer of us who speak Hawaiian, though. And it's sad to see the traditions disappear. I bet you don't even know that Mala, the name of the island, means garden.
I'd love to learn Hawaiian, but I have no time to waste.
Hang loose, brah. Nothing in life is worth running away. First, you have to ask yourself about the mana'o and things. What they truly mean. And the best way to do that is to lay down and take a load off for a while.
Darn, the main reason I came was to ask you a few questions.
Whatever you want, brah.
Do you know if there's any way into the military camp without being seen?
Not a one, brah. Those soldiers are as wa'awa'iki as they seem. They set up around the Tiki Temple, and that place is practically impenetrable.
I've heard you're a surfing hero, even though you're missing a leg.
No big deal, brah. People who don't think exaggerate all the time. Lots of talking, lots of hurrying, and little meditating. People should spend more time lying in a hammock. Plus, if that shark hadn't gnawed my leg off, nobody would talk about me.
It must be hard to live with a prosthetic leg.
Maybe at first. Until you find someone missing the opposite leg who has the same taste in shoes as you. So just imagine, I'm saving a fortune.
What a faux pas, that shark mess.
Not as much as you think. Since then, I look at things from a much calmer perspective. And I appreciate certain things I wasn't interested in before. I got my parents' house back and moved into it. I took Knife in as a student to convey my knowledge to him, and I started to study my own island, its past, its animal life, its customs, but mainly it helped me discover my true calling, meditating.
I'm curious about your peg leg.
It's a leg made of flexible black metal, especially for athletes, but I don't think you can see it, brah. Knife's kid Koala stole it from me this morning. The little rugrat was playing with the sand, and I guess he used it as a shovel. Who knows where he hid it?
Getting back to what we were discussing, according to Lokelani, your grandpa was a witch doctor.
Nani Koki, Lokelani, huh? Yeah, my grandpa and my great-grandpa before him was the island's official kahuna and official witch doctor of the poultry god. His specialty was bringing poultry shop chickens back to life.
Is it true that if a bird dropped dead, your grandpa could revive it?
That was his specialty as a kahuna. He was called Kini Papamoa, which means something like King of the Sick Poultry. He was so famous they showed him on TV around the world, until the National Bird Lovers Association denounced mistreatment of our fine feathered friends, and he was never allowed to revive a bird again. Then he started learning Reiki to use as a hangover remedy, but he never seemed to be very good at it. Maybe it's 'cause he only had one hand.
I guess you must know a thing or two about witch doctoring.
My grandfather would always take me to his Hawaii, his ritual hut, which is where he would teach me everything a good kahuna should know. Sharks are the spirits of our ancestors. To revive a bird, add a bit of this and a dash of that. Do this, do that.
So, your great-grandpa was a witch doctor too?
Yeah, brah, they say he was a specialist in hearing the future through the sound of waves. Though I've also heard he was born without one of his ears.
What does Nani Koki mean, referring to Lokelani?
Pretty much the same as Hilu Hilu. But Lokelani is much more than that. You gotta admit that Kio has turned into one real huilau. I'm just saying that 'cause that nice fat manu she has. and that incredibly uli pair of pekekeu get my mind to think of nothing but lele, lele, and more lele.
I'm not sure, but that sounded a bit gross.
Why? It's just that the girl has turned into a true pet fanatic, which is just 'cause of that big fat parrot she has. With that incredibly wide pair of wings that get my mind to think of nothing but flying, flying, and more flying. What did you think I meant, bro?
Me? Nothing. But I still don't know what it means if you say Lokelani is Nani Koki.
Heck if I know. Oh yeah, I think it means the same thing as when Knife says she's a hot babe. Or something like that.
Maybe we should talk about witch doctoring some other day.
Alright, bro.
What does that word bra mean that you say so often?
I wouldn't know how to translate it, bro. Hold on, maybe Knife knows. Listen, bro.
What do you want, mate?
Hey, how would you translate bra, bro?
I don't know, mate.
Think harder, bro.
Hey, the one who speaks the Hawaiian lingo is you, mate.
Yeah, but I want to know how to say bra in your language.
No, mate, I don't know what bra means.
You sure, bro?
Don't go aggro on me, mate.
I can't stand the way that bra's always saying mate all the time. Sorry, Brian. You're just gonna have to find out then.
I'll just keep strolling around the island.
Aloha kaua, Brian. I'm just gonna keep meditating for a while.
Sure. I doubt Knife would mind. It's a good rope. Seems strong. Perfect Complexion Ink talcum powder. It may be of use. I don't know why they say talcum powder smells like babies. To me, it smells like talcum powder. There's a cute little miniature-sized dog and a motorboat which, of course, must be the one that belongs to Knife. I'll go look. It most likely belongs to Knife. I'll take it. Knife probably won't mind. Not much in it. Wrenches and screwdrivers and things like that. But some tools is better than no tools. After what Knife said about his son, I'd better stay out. Sure. I'll take a glance under the shack. It's pretty dark. I'll get a little closer. I knew it. The cable is caught up in the roots of a palm tree. He must have been stuck here for ages, and I can't get it untied. I don't know what this darn cable is for, but it's sure stuck tight. Yeah, maybe if I grease the knot, it'll come loose. Presto, it's untied. With all that effort to untie it, I'm not leaving it there. Hey, Lokelani.
What's on your mind, Kaimi?
I haven't seen many people around here.
Yeah, the island's population has been reduced to just a few friends of mine. And this guy dressed like a monk who arrived last night. Plus me and the military guys, as you've observed.
Tell me about that guy who looks like a monk.
He must have gotten here last night after I closed up. He hasn't budged all morning and didn't even notice when I went to say hi. Maybe he's deaf, like my ex.
Why didn't they evacuate you and your friends?
They let me stay a few days longer. Colonel's orders. I don't know why, though. And my two friends stayed because Knife took Kai for a ride in his motorboat. So the military guys didn't find them till they got back.
Talk to me about your friend Kai.
The poor thing lost his leg to a shark. But he's still the best surfer Mala Island has ever seen. And he comes from a long line of amazing witch doctors. His grandfather, the last kahuna in the family saga, even had his own TV show.
Tell me about Knife.
He goes for the heart-stopping excitement, but he's fickle. Every once in a while, he gets obsessed with a new hobby. Right now, it's surfing, and that's all he thinks about. Lately, the waves around here have been smaller than in a kiddie pool, so he spends the day island hopping in his speedboat in search of killer waves. Oh, and then there's Koala, his son, but you'd better just meet him for yourself.
Do you get along with the military guys here on the island?
That first night, they all came here to get sloshed. But then I think the colonel forbid them to return. Now he comes alone.
When did they get here?
About 3 days ago. They evacuated everyone, declared a state of emergency, and set up camp at the Tiki Temple ruins. Rumor has it there was some deadly virus running rampant, but I think the soldiers are being paid off by real estate speculators. They'll end up developing the island into a huge golf course for bored old moneybags, like my ex.
Do you know the man in charge of the troops?
The colonel? Yeah, he looks a lot like my ex, but with half the looks and twice the wrinkles. And he doesn't have that hot criminal look, of course.
After talking with him, it sounds like you got him sailing the Love Boat.
Love boat? Well, he can batten down the hatches and lower his mast, because there's no way I'm riding his love vessel. Plus, I can't stand tobacco smoke, and last night he came here smoking this big fat stogie. It gave off a hideous stench.
I don't like talking about that guy.
Don't look at me. You're the one who brought him up.
Military men bore me. I'm changing the subject.
Well, my ex-boyfriend was a military thug, and he really made me laugh.
I suppose you didn't hear any of those soldiers mention a girlfriend of mine who fell into the lake.
Well, a girl. And here I was thinking you didn't have a girlfriend.
No, she isn't my girlfriend.
You sure? Look straight into my eyes and tell me she's not your girlfriend. Into my eyes, Kaimi. A little bit higher. Higher. There.
Hey, look! It's a cockatoo impaled on a stake.
Talk about getting off topic.
Well, let's talk about something else.
All right, if that's the best you can come up with.
You know, I've never ridden a bucking bronco before.
Well, unfortunately, you won't be riding this one either. It's been broken for a long time. I think the last guy to ride it was my ex.
That was Brian, for sure.
No, that was Georgios. He would saddle up and scream, "Hit it, Loki, this one's for you, baby." I would activate the button underneath the bar, and he'd buck back and forth until his perfect little behind was sore. Then I'd turn it off.
When did that bucking bronco stop working?
Let me calculate. Since Georgios returned to Greece, let's see. Georgios was the one before Atahualpa. Atahualpa came before Vincenzo. Vincenzo was right before Nanook. And a bit later there was Joao. Then Victor. Then Abbas. Wolf. Lars. Sean. Yeah, so I guess it was about 12 or 13 X's ago.
Your ex was such a lummox that he busted the bucking bronco?
No, but he came from an island where people jump onto bulls. He would hop on and start doing handstands and backflips. He said it was all a matter of balance and foresight, but it didn't seem that simple.
Balance and... Wait a minute, Loki Lonnie. We'll have to talk later.
Okay, guy. See you around.
Balance and foresight. Those are exactly the same words Knife used to describe the essence of surfing. If I could convince him to practice surfing on top of the bucking bronco, then maybe he'd let me borrow his motorboat. The bad thing is, I'd have to fix it first. And my mechanical skills are so bad I can't even screw in a light bulb. I'd better leave it there, in case I break it during the removal process. It's a good way to hide the camera while adding to the local charm factor. That tacky thing is such a tourist trap. No, even though the wood is worn out, it's wined. Plus, why would I want to knock it down? It may weigh a little too much, don't you think? Normally, I'd lift it right up, but I forgot to take my vitamin supplement this morning. It's a crying shame. I don't see the sense of that right now. It may weigh a little too much, don't you think? Normally, I'd lift it right up, but I forgot to take my vitamin supplement this morning. It's a crying shame. Ah, I've reached the heart of the beast. I mean, the place where you stick coins in and the photo pops out. Oh, the lights are turned off. That means the photo stand is either unplugged or, even worse, out of order. I don't know. Hey, Loki Lonnie.
What's on your mind, Kaimi?
What do you know about that photo stand over there?
Oh, it's just another money pit for tourists that my boss set up.
And why isn't it working?
No, it actually works fine. It's probably just not plugged in.
Where can I get my hands on some photo stand tokens? Do you sell them?
No, they normally sell them in the souvenir shop, but since it's closed, if you had a tow truck, you could lift the photo stand platform. because lots of tourists drop coins in the cracks between them, and there they stay until my money-grubbing boss does a full sweep to gather them up.
I haven't seen many people around here.
Yeah, the island's population has been reduced to just a few friends of mine, and this guy dressed like a monk who arrived last night, plus me and the military guys, as you've observed.
Let's talk about something else.
All right, if that's the best you can come up with.
Tell me about that movie magic makeover software again.
Grease Paint Pro? Isn't it unbelievable?
Could you use Grease Paint Pro to make me look like somebody else?
Yeah, but you'd have to bring me a picture of the person you want to look like, and one of yourself.
Why don't you take my picture? I bet you have the latest state-of-the-art digital camera.
Had is the word. That's the only trouble when your boyfriend is a professional thief.
But with Grease Paint Pro alone, it's not enough, is it? I bet it's useless without your talent.
They're all essential. The computer, the talent. I don't mean to brag, but the great thing about having a...
What were we chatting about?
All you men are the same. You're so busy looking at our cleavage, you can't pay attention to what we're saying. So it makes no difference. We can talk...
I'm gonna take a stroll. See ya later on.
See you around.
Yeah. Let's see if Lokilani is right. Man, it's dark. Who knows what's crawling around down there? There might be a token under the boards, but it's pitch black underneath. There was nothing as far as my arm could stretch anyway. Try to get the long-tailed troublemaker to go under there, grab a token, and give it to me? That would rank number one on any list of outlandish ideas. But in my particular case, I've done nuttier things, and they've worked out in the end. Knowing that lemur's nasty ways, I doubt this'll work. But times are desperate. Come on, little guy. Bring a pretty token to nice old Uncle Brian. That's it, you lovable furball. In you go. I wonder if he's actually following my instructions or lunching on sand crabs. Hello? Good primate. Hey, wait! More whiskey, you sauced little scamp? No? What now? Beer. This is insane. I'm enslaved to a boozed-up simian. He's pretty darn good at drawing, though. Well, I guess I have no choice but to find my alcoholic lemur a brewski. I don't know whether she's smart, crazy, or a bit of both. Lokilani, I wanted to ask you for something.
Oh, sorry. I must be the worst waitress in the Pacific. What can I do for you, Kaimi?
No, I didn't mean that. I just wanted to chat with you. I haven't seen many people around here.
Yeah, the island's population has been reduced to just a few friends of mine. And this guy dressed like a monk who arrived last night. Plus me and the military guys, as you've observed.
Why didn't they evacuate you and your friends?
They let me stay a few days longer. Colonel's orders. I don't know why, though. And my two friends stayed because Knife took Kai for a ride in his motorboat, so the military guys didn't find them till they got back.
Tell me about...
He goes right now, so he spends the day island hop. Oh, but he
Talk.
the port and he comes his great.
Let's talk.
All right.
I've been walking around in the sun for so long, I'm parched. Give me a beer, please.
Sure thing. That'll be $2.
Well, the truth is, I don't have a cent on me, but I'll pay you back. You can trust me.
Sorry, my boss doesn't let customers run a tab, and I don't trust men that much. While we're on that topic, there's something I wanted to mention.
I'm listening.
Here's the thing. I get the impression that you never listen to me when I'm talking to you, and it really bums me out.
But do you think I would have spent so much time with you if I didn't like hearing you describe the island, your work, your boyfriends?
That's easy to say, but I need you to demonstrate it. I've got it. I'll ask you a few questions about my ex-boyfriends, and if you're right, I'll give you a beer on the house.
Well, so far I haven't really gotten their names straight, I admit. Plus, you might ask me about a boyfriend you've never mentioned.
That must mean we need more quality time together. Ready?
If I must.
I had a Central European boyfriend who bears a great resemblance to the Colonel. What was his name? Kaimi?
Milo?
Well, all right, but that one was a cinch. I also went out with a Polynesian dude. His name was...
Lopati.
Not bad. Now let's see if you can remember which of my exes was of Indian origin.
Tiru.
Very good. Now for the last one. Which of my ex-boyfriends had the same name as you?
That one I know. Brian.
Now, did you think I'd make it that easy? I want his last name.
That's not fair. Plus, I'm sure you never mentioned it.
Well, of course I mentioned it, silly.
I swear you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
All right, stop it. I mentioned it, period. If you don't remember, that's your problem. Spit it out.
Russell.
Oh, Kaimi. Finally a guy who knows how to listen to a girl. Come here, you've earned a free beer. Though I don't know if I have any left after Kai and Knife's daily 7-beer brunch. Oh, you're in luck. There's one left.
Thanks, Lokilani. It is truly ice cold. If that deadbeat monkey gets a sore throat, I hope nobody blames me.
Are you alright, Kaimi? You look like you're out of it.
Me? Not at all. I'm gonna take a stroll. See ya later on.
See you around.
Okay, your order's coming right up. Little demon, look what your slave brought. I hope he doesn't pass out down there. Little demon? Why, you... That's better. It's so much easier to get tokens back on Coney Island. Well, kid, nice to have met you, but I think it's time to go our separate... Okay. Oh, jeez, he's hitting the bottle again. Where would he end up if I wasn't taking care of him? Yes, that way he can climb up the trees and I can get rid of him. Just watch how riled up he gets. O'Connor, I have something for you.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Oh, man. I'll have to make this a bit more obvious. Soldier, let's see if you're as big a man as you say. Grab that rope and climb that tree, now.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, now is the time. I bet he won't notice. Mine. I sure hope O'Connor doesn't notice it's missing. Like O'Connor said, Pignon is the one with the goatee. That won't do any good. Yeah, good idea. Done. Yes, I'll pull as strong as I can to see if the board gives. Here we go. I think I'll need to pump some iron at the gym if I want to break that board. Soldier O'Connor.
Sir, yes, sir.
I need you to climb that tree again.
I thought that my earlier demonstration would be sufficient, sir.
I would appreciate it if you climbed the tree to give me some privacy. I just slurped down 4 soda pops, and my innards have an urgent need to express themselves in a hideously loud and messy manner.
Yes, sir. But let me remind you that I'm half deaf, and I might not hear anything, sir.
Now's my chance. It has all the power I need, and then some. I'll just use it for a sec, and he probably won't notice. Well, it seems like O'Connor is none the wiser, but... That way I'll tie up all my loose ends, 'cause you never know, I may use it again. Just in time, O'Connor's coming back. I'll just pretend I never went anywhere.
Mission accomplished.
Did you hear anything strange while you were up there, soldier?
Just some vehicles off in the distance, sir. But allow me to correct you. You climb a tree to see, not to hear, sir.
All right, O'Connor. At ease. They don't look like they weigh too much. Jeez. Looks like we're making some progress. Whoa, dude. It's too dark from up here, and my spiky hair is blocking the sunlight. I'll go down and see if there's a better view from inside. Okay, down we go. As expected, I can't see a thing, but I guess my eyes will slowly adjust. It looks like you can turn the electricity on and off for several places on the beach from here. As far as I can see, there are 6 switches for 6 specific places, plus the general circuit breaker.
Hey, what was that? Are you messing with the circuit breaker, Kaimi?
Yeah?
Well, you better turn my electricity back on, because my fan stopped and it's a scorcher today.
No, I'd better turn off the electricity in the bar again. It looks like a storeroom for keeping old junk. I can hardly see my hand in front of my face, but let's take a look. Oh, holy mother of... I think a sack full of sand just fell on my head or something like that. And that rod of iron I just ran into. Hey, it's a metal detector. I'm definitely holding on to that for later use. Plus, I'll avoid having it fly into my face again. Ouch, that hurt! The worst thing about these tumbles is you get struck by all the objects you're carrying, and I don't exactly walk around empty-handed. That is so typical. The same muscle-bound surfer as always, with the amazing chick in his arms. No, even though the wood is worn out, it's well anchored from behind. Plus, why would I want to knock it down? Yeah, but first, look at Lonnie! Come get in a picture with me!
Okay, coming.
It'd be a waste to leave one of those face holes empty. Plus, if things don't work out, at least I'll have a photo of myself surfing in Hawaii with a majorly hot native. Gotta think of the consolation prize. Okay, she's almost here. Stick it in. Hurry, the timer's running. Well, wasn't that fun?
Sure. Hey, I'm heading back to the bar. I don't like to leave Aolani alone for long.
Looks like it came out nice. Perfect. You can tell from a mile away that those bodies are fake, but I like it anyway. Here you go, Loki Lonnie. The first of the photos you asked me for.
I'm afraid you made the trip for nothing. Until I have them both, I can't start to work my makeup magic.
Don't worry, I'll have the other one in a jiffy.
Yes, Kaimi. I'll wait for you here.
Loki Lonnie, look at this. See? I brought you the other one in no time.
Dude, you never cease to impress me. Well, anyway, I'm going to my hut to scan the pics. Depending on what Grease Paint Pro says, I'll know whether I have everything I need to do your makeover.
Should I go with you?
No, it'll just take a few minutes. You'd better stay here and keep an eye on Aolani.
All right, but first let me see if the electricity's on at your house. I knew it. At least I got her lights back on. Good thing I made sure. It's ready, whenever you want.
Kissy kid, who's gonna be a good boy now? Mama's only going to be a minute, so in the meantime, Aolani will play with Uncle Kaimi, won't he?
Give me another one, child.
Don't worry, I'll take care of the parrot.
Cockatoo, Kaimi. It's a cockatoo.
Whew. Finally some peace and quiet. Maybe I'll have myself a drink. And despite what Lokelani said, I'm sure there's some beer. Come, hey! Can't I mention the word beer without having a drunken lemur ruin my day? Now I'll have to go find that parrot before Oh no, she's coming back already. Can't let her see me. Oh man, where can I hide? That was a close one. And now I have to go hunt down a foul-mouthed parrot. It's the only way to keep Lokelani from hating me forever. Which is not what I want.
Kaimi, where were you?
Crap. She's gonna make me walk the plank. Hi, Lokelani.
What's up? Should we head for my hut?
It wasn't my fault that... Huh?
I said I have everything ready for your makeover. Plus, I brought you a gift. Here.
Wow. Is that what I'm gonna look like? You are one full-on artist. And you didn't even get mad about what happened to Aolani. You're amazing.
Aolani? What's the matter with my cute little... Hey, where's Aolani? My poor little birdie. Where in the world could he be?
So, should we start heading for your hut then?
I hope you have an explanation for this.
Yeah, well, where to begin? You see, suddenly like 10 or 20 drunken lemurs showed up. So I jumped onto the bar, brandishing a bottle of scotch, and warned them, "Back, you filthy beasts, or you'll get a taste of my jagged-edged bottle." Then they said, "Blast it, this roguish fiend must be selling his grog for a hefty sum." I started swinging and hitting left and right until... jungle, I finally managed to safeguard your fine establishment. However, upon my return, Aolani had vanished. Pretty freaky, huh?
Scotch, lemurs. Men, you go around promising this and that, and then a girl walks away for 2 seconds, and you just disappear and forget everything. My dear Kaimi, if you think I'm going to help you after this, then you're dumber than the rest of the members of your sex put together. Now scram, Buster. I don't want to see your face at my bar.
Brian, you idiot. Did you hear what I heard? That little weasel must be somewhere around here. Come on, I'm going after him. I guess I deserve all this for having such an exotic, poorly mannered pet. But she should have stuck that bird to its perch with glue. Anyway, there's no use just talking about it now. I'll go look for him. Maybe if I bring him back, I can get onto Lokelani's good side again. Come on, you've got to get that darn bird back, pronto. I'll tell O'Connor to climb up and get him. And in the meantime, I'll take the opportunity to slip the doctored photo into his book. That'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Hey, O'Connor. There's a parrot up in that palm tree. Use that training of yours to get it down here, ASAP.
Sir, yes, sir.
No! Poor little beast, you killed it! Oh, man. I better hide the carcass quick before Lokelani sees it. Lucky thing my pockets are huge and I can keep Aolani far from Little Demon. Everyone knows how wild animals can get after a long siesta. It's strange, though. I didn't see any blood or a bullet hole.
Of course not, sir. I shot 1 millimeter above its head. Just enough for the speeding bullet to make it fall.
What? But it's dead as a doorknob.
Must have been the scare, sir. You didn't mention the bird had a weak heart, sir. In that case, I should have used stones, which are almost as effective, but not so frightening.
Are you pulling my leg?
Negative, sir. Do you know any man able to shoot someone with just 1 bullet from a distance of 1 kilometer in a headwind?
No.
Me neither.
Is that all? Don't you have anything else to say?
Do you need more information, sir? What about?
Just forget it. Don't try to find any hidden meaning. I didn't get that either. By the way, when I commented on killing 2 birds with 1 stone, I didn't mean it to be so literal. Anyway, at least the doctored photo is now in place. As for the bird, who knows? I guess I'll need a miracle now. That idea is not good. It's probably a waste of time, but I've been helped out in stranger ways. Kai, I bet you can also revive poultry, like your grandpa.
I'm not so sure, Brian. I haven't seen poultry around here anyway, so it's kind of pointless.
Would a parrot do?
Hey, brah. That's Aolani. What happened to him?
Well, I guess he kind of flew to bluer skies, but...
Bluer skies? No, brah, he's not fully dead. Just kinda dead. Which means he's slightly unalive, or what we could call provisionally dead. I think the technical expression the kahunas use is, he has a life ache. I don't think I can help the brah out. But even so, there's a little problem. I could only try to revive him in the Hawaii where my grandpa lived, in his witch doctor hut. And I can't remember where that's at, brah.
But didn't you say your grandpa used to take you there a lot?
Yeah, but I was just a little tyke, and I never paid attention to the directions. I looked for it like a million times, but no can do, brah. I remember it was like toward the northwest of the island. There were a bunch of graves by it and, well, that's all. Plus, without my leg, I'd need some amazing airs to reach that part of the island.
Darn, I thought I had the answer to my troubles. I'll have to attempt to locate that hut. But if the soldiers are keeping watch on most of the island, I doubt they'll let me search all over the place. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Look, Ilani, could I borrow your chalkboard?
Go ahead. Nobody's ordering any cocktails around here anymore.
It comes with chalk, too. Okie doke. Let's see if he knows how to write. Hey, guy, I found a chalkboard for you. If I give it to you, you can write on it, and you won't be stuck just saying yes and no. Do you mean yes, you'll still answer yes and no, or yes, you won't? It doesn't matter. Here, take it. Thank you. You're welcome, man. You see, I wanted to ask you a few questions. Get to the point. So, you're in a hurry now? No. Running out of chalk. A girlfriend of mine fell into the lake. Are you sure you haven't seen her? Very sure. What are you doing here? I have a mission to accomplish. What kind of mission do you mean, if I may ask? You may not. If you have a mission, then you're not a monk, you're a missionary. And you are a twit. Maybe it'd be better to change the subject. Okay. Are you mute or just pretending? Long time since I used Earthling speech organs. And what speech organs do you use then? Gills? chalk almost gone. So soon? Well, it did last quite a while. Low quality. Shoot, it ran out just when this was starting to get interesting. Anyway, man, if I find something else for you to write with, we'll continue this convo. How's it hanging, Knife?
Just what you see, Bri. What about you? How's it hanging?
If I told you that I know how you could start surfing right now, would you lend me your motorboat?
Mate, you are more mythical than the Red Hot Chili Peppers. How can I do that?
Well, it's not quite ready yet, but I'm working on it.
Mate, you're killing me. I almost wiped out. But okay, if you give me a way to surf, I'll lend you my boat.
Before, you said you studied surfing at the university.
Full on, mate. Since people spent all day on the beach and the classrooms were empty, the uni decided to dream up some more interesting majors and the students were majorly stoked. It was mythical, mate. I, for instance, signed up for 14 different majors. From skating sciences to applied Tai Chi, plus adventure sports theory and practicum and California punk aesthetics. I didn't go to class, mate.
I'll just leave you alone here, Knife.
Later, mate.
Why didn't I think of that before? If the Rugrat has been using the prosthetic leg as a shovel, it may be buried near the turtle. Here it is. It's just the way Kai described it. No, right now I don't know why I would want to do that. No, right now I don't know why I would want to do that. That won't do any good. I doubt that'd work. I picked this up near Knife Speedboat. It has wrenches and screwdrivers inside, but little more. I believe it's the latest in prosthetic devices for sports. No, right now I don't know why I would want to do that. I'd better not get too close. It's full of sap. I'd better not get too close. It's full of sap. No, right now I don't know why I would want to do that. That won't do any good. Opening that basement was a cakewalk with this fine-tuned machine. Soldier O'Connor.
Sir, yes, sir.
Got a piece of chalk on you?
No, sir, but at school I learned to make them. It's quite complicated, sir. You have to grate a bit of plaster, mix it with gum arabic, and place the mixture in a test tube, sir.
Okie doke. So what's the complicated part?
That's all, sir.
I see. Hey, I have another question, O'Connor. Return to your position, soldier, and remember, I'm watching you.
At your orders, sir!
Hey, that might actually work. Now I just need to mix this properly. The sap isn't quite gum arabic, but it should work. I hope the cap doesn't come off, or I can say goodbye to my pocket and everything in it. And now, shake up the concoction a bit, make sure it's nice and compact, and presto! A real, genuine, homemade piece of chalk made in the true Brian Basco style. Here you go, mister. Now we can continue our little chat. Now, where were we? Father, I have sinned. What are you telling me for? What a useless monk. I am no monk. What are you doing here? I have a mission to accomplish. What kind of mission do you mean, if I may ask? You may not. Maybe it'd be better to change the subject. Okay. A girlfriend of mine fell into the lake. Are you sure you haven't seen her? Very sure. Are you mute or just pretending? Long time since I used earthling speech. Are you sure you and I have never talked before? Lately, I only use telepathy. Boggles the mind, huh? Where have I heard that phrase before? Wait a sec. Boggles the mind. Hey, I got it. You're Joshua.
Of course, Joshua Nakayama Smith, to be precise. I know you.
Hey, but you can talk. Why didn't you before now?
My cocoa foods must adapt to Earthling atmosphere. So long since I talk, I hardly remember. However, I hear my name and I remember how to talk.
Don't you remember me? I'm Brian.
Brian, the famous ufologies.
No, I'm Brian.
Brian Scullery, that retarded anti-UFO moron.
No, Brian Basco. Don't you remember me?
I don't know. You score, you not surely? Cause you look like really retarded moron.
Sure, Joshua. Hey, about those extraterrestrials and telepathy, that was just your imagination, right?
I knew it. Typical skeptical lies from moron like Scullery.
Give it up already. That's not me. You and I are pals.
Oh, yeah? I don't know if I believe you.
I remember you were great with your hands. Could you help me fix a bucking bronco?
You brought a goblin, Scullery? I not give you water in desert?
Give me a full explanation about this other planet now.
As if I were going to explain it to you, you moron!
I'll help you get in contact with the extraterrestrials.
Oh, yeah? Tell me how.
I met you in a crater near Douglasville. I remember your name means liberation.
Big deal. Anyone could know that.
I helped you fix your contacting machine with a bicycle chain and a 10-gauge wrench.
Yeah, I think I remember you. You sure that was you?
You had a telepathic helmet to communicate with UFOs and that kind of stuff.
It's true. Whatever happened to it?
I figured out the musical password which, according to you, opened the dimensional gateway. Then you rose into the sky wrapped in a halo of light and said, "You don't know how much love I'm taking with me, Brian."
Oh, yeah. Now I remember everything. Oh, but you look so different, Brian. I remember you much less debonair and a bit more geeky. So tell me, what do you want to know, my friend?
So, why did you return to Earth?
I came along with a team of scientists from the planet Trantor on a routine mission. But it looks like things have taken a bizarre turn and, well, I'm not sure what's going on. But Alpha, the big mucky muck on the ship, has given me a mission of vital importance to mankind. Or something like that. I must find a guy named Professor Simon and deliver a message to him. I'll go out in search of him as soon as the boat gets me off this island. You could come with me, Brian.
I hope that Simon is a psychiatrist, because you need one, and a good one.
You're starting to talk like your namesake Scullery, which makes me very sad.
I need you to fix the bucking bronco. Otherwise, I can't help you.
Well, I have always been good at doing odd jobs around the house. Let's make a little trade-off. I'll help you with the bronco, and you help me with my mission, okay?
I don't know. I may find a way out of here before the boat gets here. Yeah, if you fix the bucking bronco, I'll get you off the island and take you wherever you want.
You want me to fix this mess so some schmuck can lend you a silly old motorboat?
Yes, Joshua, that's what I said. Come on, let's see if you can fix this jalopy.
Brian, fiddling with this type of wreck is my personal forte. Don't you worry. We're treading on my main territory.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I broke the fall with my own skull. Yeah, just got a little bump on the noggin.
You think you'll be able to fix it?
I didn't break anything, but thanks.
I was talking about the Bronco.
That old antique is practically from the Wild West. But give me a while and I'll figure out why it's not bucking. For now, just find me a 10-gauge wrench and some oil to grease the machinery. 'Cause it's drier than Scullery Spring.
This guy's totally obsessed with 10-gauge wrenches. I brought you some tools, Joshua.
Let's see if there's a 10-gauge wrench in here. Or my tooth enamel will be permanently damaged from turning bolts with my mouth. Well, there's no 10-gauge. I'll have to make do with this 6-gauge and this 4-gauge together.
Joshua, take this lubricant I brought you.
Okay. Oh, excellent. So where's the toast?
There is no toast. It's to grease the machinery.
Oh, yeah? All right.
Okay, down we go. It controls...
So, Brian, you feel like taking a ride on an automatic cow?
Don't tell me you fixed the bucking Bronco.
I just finished up my little handiwork. And stop fooling yourself. It's definitely a cow. I've seen it from underneath, and I know whereof I speak.
Whatever, a cow. Yes, sirree, whatever you say. But does it work?
Of course. Then let's get moving.
Hey, where are you going?
To find Professor Simon. Come on, we're in a hurry.
You'll have to wait just a tiny bit longer. I still have to run a few errands before we can leave.
Okay. I'll wait for you in my hut. Try and get the move on. Remember, you've got a whole race of aliens waiting for you to finish running your little errands.
My goodness, I'm gonna need to see a shrink if I keep talking with that nutcase. Not that I don't trust Joshua, but I'd better try it out. Loki Lonnie, can you hit the bucking Bronco button, please?
I'm not moving a finger for you. Well, on second thought, maybe I'll enjoy watching that bull thrash you around.
Man, this thing is already moving.
Thanks a lot, Kaimi. Now I feel much better. Could you write it again?
Ha ha! Well, she's a feisty thing, isn't she? No, I might touch the wrong wire and cause permanent damage. Wouldn't matter if the trapdoor weren't there, because there are so many holes in the wooden platform. That's the weight of the machinery that makes the Bronco buck. No, I might touch the... It looks more like a buffalo than a bull, but what's the difference in Hawaii? That thing threw my bones out of whack. I'm not getting back on. It looks like the butter I gave Joshua. Why not? It's so effective I can't believe it's not used by mechanics. There's still a nice chunk left. How's it hanging, Knife?
Just what you see, Bri. What about you? How's it hanging?
If I told you that I know how you could start surfing right now, would you lend me your motorboat?
Mate, you are more mythical than the Red Hot Chili Peppers. How can I do that?
You grab your board and follow me.
Okay, mate. I figured it out already. Where's the hidden camera?
No, Knife. This is serious.
Well, it's the lamest serious thing I've ever done. And, mate, have I done a few.
Well, think whatever you want. Look at Lonnie. Could you hit it again?
Okay, but just for the record, I'm doing it for Knife.
Well, man, what do you think?
Awesome, mate.
So, is it a deal? Can I use your motorboat?
Like, totally, mate. It's all yours.
Yes. The first part of my plan is complete. Now I have to concentrate on the rest. Sneaking into that camp. Alright, I'm sure Knife was exaggerating a bit. How could a cute little boy be so evil? Look at him. Just an innocent child playing with his console. I'll go talk to the cute thing. Hello, Koala. Wanna chat with Uncle Brian? Well, I'll take that as a yes. Don't you know how to talk yet? Well, this is just what I needed. Getting this kid to speak is gonna cause more blood, sweat, and tears than it did with Joshua. He doesn't seem to have anything I need anyway, though. Yep, looks like there's nothing to be done here. Nah, I don't want to get myself shot. just tell the soldier I want to see the colonel, and it'll all be settled.
Leslie, I brought you the guy.
Come here. Mr. I've taken note, my colonel. You here again? Please wait by the desk. That civilian from before wants to speak with you, my colonel.
Please shoot a few rounds in the back of his neck, flower pot.
Are you sure, Daddy?
I'm not your daddy here, Lester. Get in here. We have to talk. Good Lord, so tall and so stupid.
Lucky thing Leslie writes down all the orders in there. Well, if I could think of something that would work. I may not get anywhere by doing this, but what the heck. No, Leslie told me to stay put, and that thing's surrounded by soldiers. I'd better not loiter around.
One other thing, what was that about releasing some girl?
You're two-timing mommy, aren't you?
What I do or don't do in this camp is none of your business. Out of my sight, flower pot.
You can come in, Mr. whatever you're called.
Thanks.
I see you enjoy ticking me off. Answer. What are you doing on my island?
I don't feel like talking to you anymore.
Just for the record, you're not leaving because you wanna. You're leaving because I threw you out. Mosey along, civilian.
I'll just tell the soldier I want to see the colonel, and it'll all be settled.
Leslie, I brought you the guy.
Very well. Come closer. Mr. At your orders, my colonel. My father, Colonel, isn't gonna be happy about this. Please wait by the desk. That civilian from before wants to speak with you, my colonel.
Paint a target on his ass and release him in the shooting range, flower pot.
Are you sure, Daddy?
I'm not your daddy here, Lester. Get in here. We have to talk. Good Lord, so tall and so stupid.
Oh, better not go too far, or they'll catch me. Leslie and I truly have identical penmanship. I don't think stealing while under surveillance is a swift move. Strange there's no I love war, or Leslie and I... Oh, forget...
Just one more thing. The coordinates of the uninhabited hut are 24 minutes, 38.1 seconds north, and 157 degrees, 2 minutes, and 10 seconds west.
I better jot that down before I forget.
And why in blue blazes would I care about that? Pull those shirt tails out of your breeches. You're not in grammar school anymore.
I wish I had a GPS. Then I could enter those coordinates and find Kai's grandpa's hut in 2 shakes of a parrot's tail.
Out of my sight, flower pot.
You can come in, Mr. whatever you're called.
Thanks.
I see you're still alive, civilian boy. Did you finally come to tell me what the heck you're doing on my island?
I don't feel like talking to you anymore.
Just for the record, you're not leaving because you wanna. You're leaving because I threw you out. Speak like a bee and buzz off.
Soldier O'Connor.
Sir, yes, sir.
You weren't equipped with a GPS device by any chance, were you?
Shoot, sir. I knew you'd find me out in the end.
Excuse me?
I've been a fool, sir. I should have told you from the very beginning.
Told me what?
I lost it, sir.
The GPS?
Yes, sir. I swear I had it when I left the camp, because I kept checking my coordinates before lunch. Then this rowdy kid came and chased me around. Maybe someone took advantage and stole it from me then, sir.
Well, don't get your khakis in a knot over it.
I will accept my punishment with honor and integrity, sir.
Nobody's gonna punish you, O'Connor. However, if you do remember where you left it, or who might have stolen it from you, let me know.
Thank you, sir.
There's something else I want to know about Professor Pignon.
My ignorance is at your disposal, sir.
Do you know how he'll get here?
I guess he'll be tired, sir.
I meant, what mode of transportation will he arrive in?
I don't know, sir. But whether by plane, train, boat, or swimming, you can't deny he'll be tired. Especially if he comes swimming, sir.
Let's talk about something else.
As you order, sir.
Return to your position, soldier. And remember, I'm watching you.
At your orders, sir!
Okay, let's see if I can get through to that evil child this time. Okay, let's try again. Your father says you're a miniature lunatic. No, that just seems to amuse him. I bet you really know your way around this island. Have you, by chance, ever been to a hut in the jungle? He may have been, but I can't imagine him leading me there. Why won't you talk? Cat got your tongue? I've gotten nowhere. I bet you want to be a ventriloquist when you grow up. Oh no, I got that backward. The one who talks is the person, not the dummy. Who do you love more, Mommy or Daddy? Of course, since your mom's off doing her thing, this is a waste of time. I should just leave him alone. No, the poor tyke never did anything to me. That won't do any good. That idea is not good. I can't see the screen, but from the sound. Wait a minute. O'Connor said he lost his GPS when he was chasing after some rowdy kid. Of course, it all adds up. Kai and Knife went to have their beer brunch at Lokilani's bar. And in the meantime, Koala was driving O'Connor nuts and stole the GPS, thinking it was a video game console. Yeah, I bet Koala will be stoked about the trade. Hey, nice boy, give me that. I have a surprise for you. That snotty little brat! He almost bit my finger off. All right, we'll do this backward. Koala! Look at this hideous beast! This could get ugly. I'd better be moving along. Something tells me those two are gonna get along just great. I hope it didn't break when it hit the ground. Nope, I guess the sand broke the fall and it's still as good as new. I'll sure miss Little Demon, but at least I got what I needed. Let's see if I can figure out how to use this contraption. Excellent. Now I just have to follow the instructions the GPS gives me, and sooner or later I'll find the hut. Let's see. I turn that way. I climb those rocks, then to the right. Now I go straight. Bingo! No doubt about it. This must be the hut. I knew I'd end up finding it. Let's see if it looks the way I expect. Now there's no doubt about it. This could only be a witch doctor's hut. I couldn't. I remember reading that they were used for almost everything in some cultures, from cradles for babies to battle shields, and even in ceremonial outfits. Something with so many uses can't just be left here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You're it. Hi, Genkai.
Aloha, Brian. What's up?
Do you know if there's any way into the military camp without being seen?
Not a one, brah. Those soldiers are as wa'awa'iki as they seem. They set up around the Tiki Temple, and that place is practically impenetrable.
Hey, I know where your grandpa's hut is now.
You're pulling my leg, brah. How'd you find it? I remember it was practically impossible to reach.
Hey, I've never been that bad an explorer, and you must admit my sense of direction is pretty darn good. On the basis of the data you gave me, I began to walk northeast, paying proper attention to the direction of the sun's rays and using the reflections of the sunlight off the dewdrops as a guide. Little by little, the plant life differed. So I knew I was on the right path, thanks to the undulations the Pacific nor'easter causes in the leaves. At one specific location, I saw that the spiderwebs shifted their concentric patterns for others more hexagonal, an unmistakable sign that I was approaching some sort of human settlement. In the end, I followed the flight path of the native crow, because you said there were some graves by the hut, and voila! There was the hut.
You're one awesome brah. And to think that any other poser would have needed a GPS to find it.
Oh yeah. There are some real dimwits out there. The hut is located a few hours away, so let's get hopping.
You'll have to hop on your own, brah. Without my prosthetic leg, I doubt I could get that far.
Speaking of which, I found your prosthetic leg.
Cowabunga, brah.
Now you can get up from that hammock. Your butt must have a nasty hammock imprint by now.
Well, yeah. Actually, my other leg is totally asleep, too. Maybe I should keep meditating for a while, brah, to see if it wakes up. But hey, I owe you one.
Actually, why don't we go to your grandpa's hut to revive the parrot?
Alright, brah, but keep it cool. Hurrying is for the weak of bladder and bad burglars. You can't imagine how many memories this brings back, brah. The throne, the tikis, the turtle shells. By the way, did I tell you that my kapuna discovered an underwater tunnel that goes beneath the island? Turns out the sea turtles pass through it to reach the lake. and enjoy mating season, 'cause...
Kai, could you explain this to me some other day? If we wait too long, poor Aolani may end up with a terminal case of life ache.
Maybe you're right. Wait a sec. I'm gonna put on my working gear.
Okay. Let's just hope he doesn't doze off while he's changing.
Bad news, brah.
Man, that was speedy.
I can't find my Kapuna's grammarium anywhere.
Grammarium?
Yeah, his book of spells. That's where his poultry reviving spell is. So if we don't find it, I can't get Aolani to snap out of it. Maybe we should split up to search around.
All right. Where do you want me to look?
I got it. You search the physical plane of existence, brah. And I'll explore the spiritual side. I'm gonna start meditating right away to see if I can find it.
Man, is he a lazy bum or what? Well, better get down to searching. That idea is not good. That idea is not good. That makes no sense. I don't get it. I don't get it. That won't do any good. I can think of better ways to waste my time. I can think of better... Looks like a primitive cemetery. It doesn't even have a refreshment stand. Here lie the remains of the Kai Saga witch doctors, I imagine. I can think of better ways to waste my time. I can think of better ways to waste my time. I can think of better ways. I can think of better ways to waste my time. I can think of better ways to waste my time. Here lie the remains. With all the great scenery. I can think of better ways to...
Poultry reviving spell. Hold bird carefully and remove feathers. Take 2 lemons, 1 mango, 3 coconuts, and a millstone. And stick them up the bird's wazoo. Firmly grip a sharp knife and dice the bird into small pieces, as if preparing a chicken salad sandwich. Then bring to a slow boil until bird bursts back to life.
Crazy quack!
Stay still, Birdie.
Did it work? I did it.
Man, Kai, unbelievable. I'm taking it straight to Lokilani in case it has a relapse.
I'm a true kahuna. Knife's gonna freak.
See you later, pal.
Okay, brah. Ipilimao napomaika I meoe.
Chicken salad.
I was wrong about you, Kaimi. You are a dear.
Well, like I said, those drunken lemurs had taken over the
Uh-huh.
sea cliff, but I got the courage. But
Close your little mouth. Let's go to my place. Come on, Aolani.
nice hut.
Weren't you in a hurry? Okay, off with your clothes.
My clothes?
You don't think you'll look like a scientist in that, do you?
Yeah, but why? Are you taking off yours?
Shut up, silly, and come here.
What are you gonna do?
Chicken salad.
No, I'm not sure if this is necessary.
First rule of movie makeup artistry. The actor's face must be completely relaxed, and you are really tense. I know how to loosen you up, though.
Just a minute there. You sure seem happy. Gina's disappeared. We don't even know whether she's alive, if she's a prisoner. Nothing.
Hey, don't listen to that guy. You can't pass up an opportunity like this.
You had to, so you did it.
Ignore him.
It just doesn't seem right to me. And you hardly know that girl in there. And
Come on now. Didn't we talk about how there are times in life when you have to know how to say...
Hey, what the heck?
Kaimi, get in here.
When the times get tough, the tough get a little crazy.
Stop messing around. We've got a lot of work to do.
Oh.
Come on, sit down. I'll start by cutting your hair.
No way. I've been letting it grow for months.
Look, do you want to look like the guy in the picture or not?
Yeah, but...
But nothing. By the way, this may be a good time for you to explain why we're doing all this, don't you think?
You're right. It's the least I owe you, but get ready, 'cause it'll take a while. My friend Gina wanted to visit Mala Island, so this morning we woke up early to...
Perfect. My former boyfriend Zabi's clothes fit you like they were tailor-made. Do Nagugi's glasses bug you?
No, we seem to have the same lens prescription.
Yeah, his eyesight wasn't really that bad. But since he was a physics student and a boring, shy bookworm, they looked right on him.
Yeah, I know some guys like that. Well then.
Wait a sec. That suitcase there used to belong to Hyun, my Korean ex. I threw some clothes in, just in case they examine your personal belongings when you enter the camp. Now you're just perfect. Oh, are you leaving already?
Yeah, I have no time to waste. Goodbye and thank you for, everything.
Thanks to you, Kaimi.
By the way, don't forget to tell Joshua to wait for me at Alawala Cove. And remember, when the real Pignon gets here...
Don't worry. I'll know what to do.
Yes. See you soon.
Mwah.
Bonjour. My name is Pierre Pignon.
Yes, sir, but not that I don't trust you, sir, but you can never be careful enough.
But of course, soldier.
Correct. Welcome, Professor. Marine Zachariah O'Connor, at your orders. I'm completely at your service, Professor.
Is everything in order? Alors, to the camp! So, I finally managed to infiltrate the military camp.
In other words, the girl did a nice job on you.
How do you know that? I mean, what job are you referring to?
The makeup, silly. What else could I mean?
Phew.
Well, anyway, this Lokelani took the cosmetics and some clothes to the bar. Did my makeup real.
Poultry reviving spell. Hold bird carefully and remove feathers. Take 2 lemons, 1 mango, 3 coconuts, and a millstone. And stick them up the bird's wazoo. Firmly grip a sharp knife and dice the bird into small pieces, as if preparing a chicken salad sandwich. Then bring to a slow boil until bird bursts back to life.
Crazy quack!
Stay still, Birdie.
Did it work? I did it!
Man, Kai, unbelievable. I'm taking it straight to Lokelani in case it has a relapse.
I'm a true kahuna. Knife's gonna freak.
See you later, pal.
Okay, brah. Ipili mau na pomaika I meoe.
Chicken salad!
I was wrong about you, Kaimi. You are a dear.
Well, like I said, those drunken lemurs had taken over the
Uh-huh.
sea cliff, but I got the courage. But
Close your little mouth. Let's go to my place. Come on, Aolani.
Nice hut.
Weren't you in a hurry? Okay, off with your clothes.
My clothes?
You don't think you'll look like a scientist in that, do you?
Yeah, but why? Are you taking off yours?
Shut up, silly, and come here.
What are you gonna do?
Chicken salad!
No, I'm not sure if this is necessary.
First rule of movie makeup artistry. The actor's face must be completely relaxed, and you are really tense. I know how to loosen you up, though.
Just a minute there. You sure seem happy. Gina's disappeared. We don't even know whether she's alive, if she's a prisoner. Nothing.
Hey, don't listen to that guy. You can't pass up an opportunity like this.
You had to, so you did it.
Ignore him.
It just doesn't seem right to me. And you hardly know that girl in there. And
Come on now. Didn't we talk about how there are times in life when you have to know how to say...
Hey, what the heck?
Kaimi, get in here.
When the times get tough, the tough get a little crazy.
Stop messing around. We've got a lot of work to do.
Oh.
Come on, sit down. I'll start by cutting your hair.
No way. I've been letting it grow for months.
Look, do you want to look like the guy in the picture or not?
Yeah, but...
But nothing. By the way, this may be a good time for you to explain why we're doing all this, don't you think?
You're right. It's the least I owe you, but get ready, 'cause it'll take a while. My friend Gina wanted to visit Mullah Island, so this morning we woke up early to...
Perfect. My former boyfriend Zabi's clothes fit you like they were tailor-made. Do Naguki's glasses bug you?
No, we seem to have the same lens prescription.
Yeah, his eyesight wasn't really that bad. But since he was a physics student and a boring, shy bookworm, they looked right on him.
Yeah, I know some guys like that. Well then...
Wait a sec. That suitcase there used to belong to Hyun, my Korean ex. I threw some clothes in, just in case they examine your personal belongings when you enter the camp. Now you're just perfect. Oh, are you leaving already?
Yeah, I have no time to waste. Goodbye, and thank you for, everything.
Thanks to you, Kaimi.
By the way, don't forget to tell Joshua to wait for me at Alawala Cove. And remember, when the real Pignon gets here...
Don't worry. I'll know what to do.
Yes. See you soon.
Mwah.
Bonjour. My name is Pierre Pignon.
Yes, sir, but not that I don't trust you, sir, but you can never be careful enough.
But of course, soldier.
Correct. Welcome, Professor. Marine Zachariah O'Connor, at your orders. I'm completely at your service, Professor.
Is everything in order? Alors, to the camp! So, I finally managed to infiltrate the military camp.
In other words, the girl did a nice job on you.
How do you know that? I mean, what job are you referring to?
The makeup, silly. What else could I mean?
Phew. Well, anyway, this Lokelani took the cosmetics and some clothes to the bar, did my makeup real fast, and then afterwards I changed behind some bushes and...
Okay. I can tell there's something you don't want to tell me. Just explain what happened when you sneaked into the camp, will you?
All right, it's a miracle I'm alive, Sushi. The whole thing made a 180-degree turn, and nothing had prepared me for what was waiting inside. What I did figure out fast was that they were desperately awaiting Pignon's arrival. No sooner did I set down the suitcase in my tent than O'Connor told me the colonel was requesting to meet with him immediately. I tried not to get nervous. If Kordsmeyer recognized me, my fate could be sealed. And when I got to his tent,